Well, howdy doody. Howdy doody time. I see Tanya saying, sorry, Ward, beat you to it. You know, Ward be trying to be first in line. He tried to be in here and want you to know that he was first. Ward's like, I don't care what y'all were doing. I was here waiting for her to push the live button at 8:30. Y'all might have thought y'all was here first, but it was me. Okay. Morning, Tanya. Look like ill managed 6477. Good morning. Good morning. That's so funny. Deborah, good morning. Melissa, good morning. Week, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Off to a great day so far. I got on my Peakbot shirt. Y'all can't see it. There we go. I got on my Peakbot shirt because we doing it today. Today is copy trading start day 12/12. 12/12. We starting copy trading today. Today is the day. You know, I did not. I told them we were starting on the 12th, and I didn't realize the 12th was a Friday. I said we starting on the 12th, and nobody said, girl, the 12th is a Friday. And nobody said, ain't nobody say nothing. Ain't nobody tell me nothing. Didn't know it. Didn't even know it. 12/12. But the Lord knew. Hey, my day, Littlefield. The Lord knew that 12/12, the number of government, establishment, 12/12. It has been established. 12/12. I was like, well, people don't start stuff on Friday. They start on Monday. But we not. We starting today. Copy trading. Even though we started earlier this week because we were beta testing this week. But 12/12 is today. And copy trading officially starts today. So let me turn off this heater. If you are copy trading, make sure your account is active. Hey, I always see LSW. I know your name. What is your name? Now that I'm thinking about it, just poop. Anyway, good morning. Good morning. LSW is what it shows up in my feed. What is your, oh goodness, now my brain is gonna fight me. Come on, help me out, brain. Help me out, brain. Help me out. My soror. Help me out, brain. Okay, so good morning. Good morning. Good morning. We're here on a Good Friday morning. The market has been doing what it's been doing. So let's look at what it has been doing. Let's see what SPX did yesterday. Well, let's first look at what Lenine. There we go. Thank you. I knew it was, I felt like it had a long in it, but it wouldn't. It did not want to come out this morning. Thank you for your help. Thank you for your help. Okay, so this SPX 500, sorry, SPXW. Oh my goodness. SPX 500 is at 68.97, just below that 6,900. It bumped over 6,900 yesterday for a little bit, but it couldn't hold up there yesterday. It didn't hang on, but it's been up there, and it made, now that it's been up again and looked around, because you know it had been above 6,900 several weeks back. Went up to like 69.20, I want to say, and then came back and pulled back, and now it's back up above 6,900 again, thanks to FOMC that pushed it up above there. It didn't hold, but it's lingering, which means it can push up again, you know, if all goes the way it goes, is, you know, it can push up again. 68.97 is where it is right now. Let's see what SPX did yesterday, though. What did SPX do yesterday? Let's get a different time frame so we don't have as much data on the screen all at one time. This was SPX yesterday, a steady green day. So what happened yesterday, right? I'm going to turn off VWAP, even though I can leave VWAP on, because I like for you all to be able to see how VWAP can provide some guidance for you as you're trading. I've been training our traders on how we can use VWAP to help us to guide and manage our trades during the day. Okay, so I will turn off though fair value gaps, because I think that can get the trade a little the screen a little noisy. Okay, but yesterday we had a gap down. I'm gonna mark it on our chart. We had a gap down yesterday. This is what that was, this little gray area. Let me change the color, because if I change the color, you'll see that there was a gap there. Come on, give it to me, 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 give it to me. Okay, I'm going to change it to a reddish pinkish color. Okay, so this was, no, not you. Not you. Not you. There we go. Not you. I want you, baby. Yeah, I want you. Okay, that was the gap. Let me bring it all the way over so you can see when it officially, oh, are you serious though? When it officially gets filled. Let's try again. Try again. Okay. Turn you off. And let's drag it over to where it gets filled. There we go. Okay. So we had a gap down opening. SPX had a gap down opening yesterday. It did, and like it was going to go up a little bit, but then it pulled down. It dropped down to this line here is just showing my opening range for the first, I had your 30-minute opening range is what I had. I usually like to do the 15-minute because the 30-minute, I mean, the 15-minute opening range can fake you out, but the 30-minute can provide better direction. Tanya said SPX humbled me yesterday. It'll humble you if you let it. if you will let it, or if you don't let it, it will do one or the other. But it pulled back yesterday morning in that first, this is the 15 minutes at 9:45 to 10 o'clock right here. It pulled right on out of the first 15-minute opening range. It dropped out of there, making people think it was going down. This was the first fake out. So if you were doing the 15-minute opening range, if you were doing the breakout of the 15-minute opening range right over here, that y'all follow me now, you would have thought, I'm going down. And SPX was like, because you're a fake, baby. And it didn't go down. It went down for 15 minutes. And then it did a hard reversal. Y'all see this right here? This right here is a nice set of tweezers, a 2-2 reversal. Thank you, Strat. It came right on back up, baby. It said, no, you're not going to keep a good woman down. And it turned right around on us. So I do the 30-minute breakout, like I said. So I do the 30-minute opening range, which would have covered these two candles. SPX came right back up, back like I left something, decided it was going for the gap. Came right back into the opening gap, the pre-market gap, and climbed a little bit, pulled back a little bit, covered about 50% of the gap. And gaps kind of feel in quartiles, so about 50% of the gap. Pulled out a little bit, like, well, you know, still into the opening range, and then decided it was ready to go. So 11:30. But notice here, it hit VWAP right around this area, came back to VWAP, rejected off VWAP, and ran up for the rest of the day. Okay. SPX says psych. Exactly. So it came back to VWAP, which is the big blue line for me, and pushed off of VWAP and ran up for the rest of the day. So we had some trades on in our membership. We put some trades on in Tradier for our copy trading account. So we had a couple things. We were profitable yesterday. I did have an idea for the call credit spread side. I did put one trade on because I was testing out a strategy that we're developing. So, and you know, not that I want you, please don't do like I do per se, but I will test out a strategy live. I'll test it with one contract, but I just find that if I test it in my sim, I don't watch it like I should. But if I test it live, I'm gonna be real invested in watching. That's just me. Everybody ain't like me. So if I watch it in my sim, I forget about it and forget to go look at it. But if it's live, it's right there in front of me. All right. So I'll do it with one contract and go check it. But I had 69.05 up here, and it climbed and climbed and got right up here to it. And I let it run. And it ended up being profitable. The price closed yesterday at 69.01. There was a couple of opportunities for extra trades. You had the rejection down here, the reversal, sorry, down here, which I did go to 67 and some change and got a trade put credit spread. Another put credit spread would have been here when it rejected off VWAP. That would have been another. And there's a few along the way if you wanted some other trades. There are some strat entries if you wanted some. We didn't do any others. All right. Melissa said, I thought once it filled the gap, it would come back down some. I thought so too, Melissa. So that's a thing. Once it fills the gap, it can reverse, but that's why we watch. You know, you watch and see what happens after it fills the gap. Sometimes it'll fill the gap and use the top of the gap now as support. Sometimes it fills the gap and says, I'm good, I can go back where I was going. But in this case, it filled the gap, and then the top of the gap became support. Right? It depends. That's why, we keep our eyes on it. But I definitely thought that too. Once the gap gets filled, it can turn back, or it can become support. But that's why we keep our eye on it. But that's what SPX did yesterday. Okay, Melissa said, got me too. That we watching closely. Okay, let's go see what's going on today then. Okay, the VIX this morning is at 15. 15 is the VIX this morning. That's where we're at today. Yahoo Finance, what's going on over there? Little euphoria as S&P 500 hits a record, and that's a good sign. Okay, the market setup looks a lot different since the index last closed at an all-time high in October. I really thought that there was there were a few weeks. I said a few weeks. It's been, I guess that's a few weeks, 5 or 6 weeks. October, it did go up here before. So I like when I go to cities and I go see the bull. I like, oh yeah, hey buddy. Been to a few cities where I saw the bull and was like, hey there. Oracle made a $300 billion bet on OpenAI and it's paying the price. Oracle's down 10%. Google's down about 2%. Last time strategists were this bullish, Europe stocks tanked. Don't say that. Goldman AI economic growth to fuel 12% earnings jumps. SpaceX IPO is coming up. SpaceX IPO is coming up for those who are bullish on the space race. Disney's latest alliance is a blueprint for AI content deals. China preps up to $70 billion boost for its chip sector. That whole chip thing is a thing, right? Exclusive, NVIDIA considers increasing H200 chip output due to robust China demand. Now that they got the go-ahead to sell to them, they need more output, huh? Okay, that's what's over on Yahoo Finance. CNBC, what they talking about over there? Dow futures are higher after notching fresh records. The next protein, fiber, is shaping up to be the latest grocery obsession. Well, definitely need a lot of protein. Every other commercial, we were watching TV, my husband and I, yesterday, and every other commercial is a weight loss drug. I mean, Wegovy, the thing with Serena, and was it Roe? And then every other commercial, like, is anything else being sold? Every other commercial is that. It's like, okay, come on. Give us the other drugs that have all the other side effects. Give us those too. Trump signs executive order for single national AI regulation standard, limiting power of the states. Okay. JP Morgan upgrades Citigroup as profitability improves. Let's go see the pre-markets. Dow futures is up 84. S&P futures down 6, which is not really much. NASDAQ futures down 127. That's not good, right? Dow futures are higher after notching fresh records. Europe, your European market, all green over there, baby. European markets rise as Wall Street sentiment spills over. ASMI, BESI dip. The FTSE is just turned red. Everything else is green over there. The Asia markets are green. All of those are good green. Now, I've told y'all that generally those markets lead ours. So when they are green, generally we are too. Okay, so just keep your eye. Nothing is investment advice. I'm just saying that all these markets are intertwined. That's why we look at people going, why do you talk about Europe and Asia? We talk about those because they're intertwined. The London market, the Asia market, those things, all three of these things work together. Okay, not always for our good, but they do all work together. So you got to keep all three in mind when you're trading. All righty, keep them in mind. Stocks making the biggest moves pre-market. Tilray, Lululemon, Broadcom, and Citigroup. Hundreds of single stock ETFs. How you a single stock ETF? That's weird. I thought an ETF was like a mixture of funds. ETF, exchange traded fund. How was it a single stock ETF? That to me is like jumbo shrimp. Isn't that like an oxymoron? No, that doesn't mean the same thing. Y'all help me. Does that, am I looking at that wrong? An ETF to me means like multiple stocks in one place. How you got a single stock ETF? Am I missing something? Huh. Okay, well, let's go look at crypto. Maybe somebody in the chat will know JEPI or JEPQ. Okay, Bitcoin, all the crypto is green today. Bitcoin is at 92,000 plus, Ethereum 3241, Solana 138, Dogecoin is 14. I thought it was in the 22s, and XRP is 2.04. Okay. There's that. Stuff for today, meetings, data for today, Friday. FOMC people are talking. Paulson, Hammett, Goolsby are all going to speak today. That's what we see. You know, I wondered what happened yesterday about 1 o'clock, and there it is, that 30-year bond auction. I was like, what happened at 1 o'clock yesterday? And I didn't go back to the calendar. I was, yesterday was I was given the last final set of final exams yesterday. And, ooh, y'all, one of my students was cheating. How about her neighbor who was sitting next to her told on her? These children, she said, I said, you know, girlfriend, do the right thing because you don't want her getting no better grade than you just because she's looking at her paper. Even though I gave you formulas, what are you doing? Sure did tell on her. I said, well, sir. So I said, well, okay. We'll have to see how they play out. Anyway, that yesterday at 1 o'clock, I was doing finals, but I did see, I saw a pop at the 1 o'clock time frame, was wondering what happened. And I see it was 30-year bond auction happened. Okay. So that's what we have. As far as this goes, there's nothing, I won't say there's nothing. FOMC people talking is something, but you see they're all yellow folders, nothing of significant note happening. So today, as far as what investing.com has, we got oil rig count happening. There's that. So we don't have, from what I can see right now. Okay. Because see, some people, because there's nothing, they make something. They're like, oh, it's quiet today. Let's go stir up the shiggity. Let's go stir it up. It's quiet out here on this front. Let's go stir up some mess. That's what some people do. They go stir up mess. All right. The earnings we had, Oracle had earnings Wednesday. I'm not sure why that just popped up on the feed on Yahoo, but maybe it was, no, Oracle was mentioned. Anyway, Broadcom had earnings last night. AV Go. Maybe we'll look at that chart. Lululemon was yesterday. Somebody told me that they selling a bunch of fake Lululemon. I'm like, oh, I don't really get into brands. When I say, well, let me fix that. I say I don't get into brands like that. I don't get into brand clothes like that. Now, a purse and a bag, my purse gonna be a brand. But even then, I'm like, Doonies, a leather coach. I'm not a big fan necessarily of the canvas coaches per se. They're too hard to keep clean. A few other brands. I'm looking up here because my purses are all behind here. Y'all can't see them, but they all back there. Those are the things. But clothes, I just want what look nice. But okay. Anyway, I heard there was some fake Lululemons being sold. Like, really? I guess there's always fake stuff being sold, though. Even with bags, there's always fake stuff being sold, though, huh? Always, you're a fake, baby. Costco had earnings yesterday. Maybe we'll take a look at that. These other people, I don't really know who they are. RH, Netscope, Quanex, Mytech, and Kestra. And this morning, Johnson Outdoors. I don't know who they are either. I don't know them either from the movie The Color Purple. Just in case you haven't watched it late. That's maybe a good Christmas movie. The Color Purple is a good Christmas movie to watch. When when Sophie comes out of jail and they bring her to the Christmas dinner and she can't drive Mrs. because Mrs. can't drive, and she bring her out to the dinner and she can't drive herself back, and I don't know him either, and she have to leave. Who that? Sony? Sonia says, I played 0DT on SPX. That was down to, but I hung in there and exited $20 profit. Yes. Sonia, you need to come on into the membership. You need to come on in. There is no reason to be trading SPX and 0DTE by yourself. We got a whole community of people who trade 0DTE SPX together every day. Single people get taken out. You don't got to be out there no lone soldier. We got a whole community of folks who trade together. We're better together. Okay, come on into the membership and hang out with us. E2T.trading. I'm putting the link in the chat. Come on in here and trade with us. We can all be successful together. You can ask them. The people who are in the membership will tell you that it's a good thing. I'm not just pushing it because it's mine. I'm pushing it because it's good. If I wasn't the one who owned it, I would be there. Girl, if I wasn't the person who was, it was so funny. I had this thought yesterday, was like copy trading. Like, well, shoot, if I wasn't the one offering copy trading, I'd sign up for my own copy trading. I would be like, well, how many units? How many units I can get? I promise I would. I promise I would sign up for my own copy trading. If I wasn't the one who was doing it, I'd sign up for it myself. Let's go see what Adam's saying. I did have that thought, and that wasn't even me being cocky. It wasn't. I was like, $43 for doing nothing. I promise. Okay, so Adam said yesterday we got a 90-point long and he hit 68.32 was support. Support posted with 68.36 triggering the long. I warned the trend leg was starting in SPX with 69.04, 69.25 next targets. We hit 69.23 after 4 p.m. The plan today, 68.83 to 78 is support. Okay, put these numbers on your chart now. 68.78, 68.83 area is support. All right, it's been tested. 68.99 to 69.04 is the next big resistance. That's the next big resistance. 69.12, 69.25 is up above. If 68.78 fails, then you can dip to 68.71 and 68.62. Okay, put these numbers on your chart. Dun, 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 dun. Put these numbers on your chart. Okay, I'll read it one more time. 68.78 to 68.83 is support. It's been tested. 68.99 to 69.04 is the next big resistance. Then up to 69.12 and 69.25. That's going up. If 68.78 fails, then we'll dip to 68.71, 68.62. Okay, put those numbers on your chart. The difference between ES and SPX is 6 points. So if you're following Adam through the day, and he tweets throughout the day. So if you're following his tweets, if price is moving and you're not sure what's going to happen next, he'll generally send out a tweet about something or other. Okay, you can follow him on X. But the difference between the numbers he posts and the SPX numbers is 6. So you got to subtract 6 from his numbers in order to get the SPX numbers. If you're trading XSP, you're looking for a range of 686 to 691. Those are your outer range. If you're looking to just trade the outside, trade an iron condor, call credit spread and put credit spread, that would be your area. All right, 686 to 691. I know I have people in my community who are trading that outside range. If we're looking at your 930, 945 trade, that may be where you go. Outside of 686, outside of 691. Okay? Okay. Now, I mentioned copy trading to y'all. I got some little notes here. We started beta testing copy trading on Tuesday. On Tuesday, we ran copy trade. I'm not sure if y'all, can y'all see these notes? It's kind of small there, but on Tuesday, we copy traded. We were testing early this week to make sure people's accounts would, all the tests and the fields, everybody, when I traded, that it would trade just like that. I trade, you trade, just like that. wanted to make sure that all the fields would happen and yada yada. If there was any issues that the peak bot and the Tradier team could pick up and run, they could make it do what it do, and it did. So on Tuesday, we had, what did I say, 95 people? Yes, 95 people traded with me. I traded one account. I traded mine. And then 95 people traded at the same time. Poop, it went to 95 people automatic. They didn't do nothing. Okay, all they did was connect their accounts to trade from Tradier and Peakbot. They made the connect. I made the trade and all those accounts traded. All right. We made a total collectively of $4,750 on Tuesday. Everybody made, I want to say 50 bucks. Does it say in here 50 bucks? I think it was $50. Actually, I placed 2 trades on Tuesday. And then on Wednesday, I chilled out because it was FOMC day. I did see a trade later, but I didn't want to be risky in our account. What, Ward? You just getting here? What are you doing? What are you doing? So Wednesday, I stood down because it was FOMC day, and when there's not a good day to trade, we're not gonna trade. This is not the account where we're gonna be risking it all. You know, full port day. No, we don't do that. Not in this copy trading account. We're real conservative over here. If we're going to be risky, you be risky in your own account. If I'm going to be risky, I'm not going to be risky in the copy trading account. That's not where I'm doing lottos. Okay. If I'm thinking, oh, I think I see something, that's not where I'm taking it. I'm taking the I think I sees, the speculatives, I'm taking them in my other account. All right. But then yesterday, Thursday, I took a trade yesterday in the morning. I actually could have taken 2 trades, but the second one, I wasn't really watching closely because I was given those finals and I didn't want to put in another trade that I really able to watch as closely. So we took one more trade. Again, my objective yesterday was to make sure people's accounts were able to take the trade. Not really that we was focusing on profits. I was really focusing on execution. So we made $40 more yesterday in our trade, and 116 people, because more people's money have settled. So 116 people took that trade yesterday. I placed one trade, 116 accounts said whoop, and $4,640 was made yesterday by me placing one trade, and everybody else just copied. I'm expecting so much more today because more money has settled. More people's money has settled. And they've made their accounts active. Everybody has taken their accounts off pause. And today is our official start date. So if you're trying to join us, some people have who started off with 1 unit, because you could get 1 unit, or you could do multiple units, 2 units, 3 units, 4 units. Actually, you get whatever you want. And so if I place 1 trade and you got 2 units, then yours will double the number of contracts. If I trade 1 contract and you got 3 units, then yours will take 3 contracts. All right. And some people are doing it double and triple so that they can get more units. I might place a trade for $40. They got 3 units. They're going to make $120. Now, of course, that goes the other way too. If we take a loss, they're going to take 3 times as much on the loss. And losses are possible because this is the stock market. There can be losses. All right. I'm not even trying to blow smoke to say we're never gonna lose. Of course, that's what I want to be able to say, but I am not disillusioned to believe that we never will. But if you're trying to join us, you can. This is ongoing, okay? This is not a we starting now and you can't get in. This is a we starting now and you can get in whenever. You can come on and join us anytime. You can join us anytime. Anytime. You can join us anytime. Use this link. Join us. You got to open a Tradier account, put your money in, and run with it. I got a whole video on my YouTube channel. That's a Q&A on what the things you need to do. If you got more questions, you can go to my YouTube channel and check out the Q&A on the copy trading, and you can join us. You can send me a message if you like. You know, if you got some questions, I'm open to answering the questions. All right. But I need you to know this piece right here, right here. Copy trading is not replacing my membership. And my membership is not replacing copy trading. Nope. They're going together. We're doing both of them. Copy trading is passive profits. It's earning. The membership is learning and earning. Copy trading is earning. I'm not teaching over there. If you're trying to learn something in copy trading, that's not where. That's not where. I'm not doing no teaching in copy trading. Nope. If you're trying to learn about what we're doing, that's in the membership. If you're trying to just earn money, that's over in copy trading. Okay. Welcome all. Come on. Come all to Copy Trading with Educator to Trader. Come on. Come all. All right. Let's move to the charts. Let's move to the charts. And if you're coming over to join us in copy trading, you are welcome. Welcome into this place. Welcome to the copy trading. Yep, you can come right on in. That's a real song. It don't say those words, but who I used to not like YouTube because I didn't have the interaction of the people. But then I got to where I could entertain myself. I can entertain myself. Y'all already see it. I can entertain myself, I say. Yes. Okay, here we go. Let's look at the indices so I can get off here because we live trading this morning at 9:30. I'm going to be on with my people at 9:30. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll be on with my people. Tanya, I'm going to be on with my people at 9:30. Okay, so SPY closed yesterday at 689.15. Looks like it's currently about the same place, 689.16. Looks like it's at the same place. No gap going right now. We're about 25 minutes from the market opening, so we'll wait and see what happens. Looks like it's at the same place it was when it closed yesterday. So let's go look at Triple Q. Triple Q 625 yesterday when it closed. It's currently at 623.60. So it's down a couple dollars. Triple Q is down a couple dollars. What I was showing on the pre-market was that NASDAQ was down, was red this morning, and it's looking like that is the case in Triple Q. It is down just a bit below the moving average, or at least below the 100 and the 50 moving average right now on the 30-minute chart. That's what's happening over there. IWM closed yesterday at 257.82. It's currently at 258.04. So it's about 20 cents from where it closed yesterday. I don't think we have a trade on. Oh, yes, we do. I think we might have a 1 DTE on in IWM. That's usually what we trade for 1 DTE in our community. We trade SPX during the day, and we trade IWM as a 1 DTE. If we're going to, it has to be the right setup, or we don't do it. But I like trading IWM on a 1 DTE. It seems to provide us opportunities on a regular basis. Janae Wood say I was wrecking the hits. I didn't wreck that one. I sang it very nicely. I took my time with that one. I took my time with that one. Yes. Okay, so those are the indices. That's where we are with that. Okay, I mentioned the membership. That is what we do. The membership really gets the best of me. All right, this is where I pour myself into my people. The Lord told me early this year to put my energy and my efforts into the membership to make sure the people who were here get trained and get profitable, and that would benefit me and it would benefit them. That it would benefit me because the more I learn, the more my people learn. I took time to get more strong, to get stronger in my knowledge and my trading abilities and my charting and technical analysis. And as I got stronger and better, so did my people. So all of us have, all of our boats have been raised in this process. So the membership is where we hang out. These are my folks, right? I make sure that the people in my membership get what they need. All right. That's what we do over there. Learn, profit, and trade the seller's way. 0 DTE with SPX and XSP. We also do 1 DTE with IWM. Big cap, small cap. Profitable strategy. We try to do less screen time, daily profits to grow our account. We do training and trading together, charting, training. We do all the pieces. It's not just alerts, which I do give alerts every day, but I'm training. I really want us to develop ourselves as master traders. That's what we're doing over in the membership, and you're welcome to join us. E2T.trading is the website. If you want to join us over there, that's what we're doing. All right. E2T Traders Declaration. I declare I'm a great trader, a successful trader, and a focused trader. I declare my wins exceed my losses. My account is growing steadily. I'm a wise and knowledgeable trader. I have a strategy that I use for my trades. I don't randomly place trades. I'm a level-headed trader who trades my plan and not my emotions. Lord, it's you who gives us the power to get wealth. Help us today to trade our strategy with wisdom and knowledge and patience. Allow us to prosper enough to have what we need and enough to bless others. In Jesus' name, amen and amen. All right. We're going to do like we try to do, like we seek to do every single day. We really seek to follow the plan that we've written for ourselves, which is our trading plan. We write those trading plans when things are quiet, so that way we can execute them when things are noisy. And when I say noisy, it's noisy in here. It's noisy in here. Okay. When the charts are moving and prices falling or running, there's noise in here. So we write trading plans when it's quiet so we can execute them when it's noisy. Make sense? So we want to execute these plans every single day. We want to stay green. Our task is to preserve our capital. Sometimes there will be times when we get challenged. We place trades and those trades get challenged. That's when we pull in our technical analysis to say, what do we think is going to happen next, right? We don't enter trades prematurely. We let the chart show us what it's going to do, and then we execute. We patiently wait, and then we strike. All right. Today, we're going to stay green. And we're going to get this money. All right. I want y'all to have a great green day. If you're in my communities, we're going to see you on live trading. Otherwise, I will see you in the market. Goodbye, everyone.